what you're going to do is you're going to calibrate it with a known calibration gas. So we have a gas that we know is 15.38% oxygen and 5.08% CO2. So we asked for 15% oxygen, 5% CO2. This is what we came back with. It's analyzed gas. So this is the reason we have these numbers, because physiologically that's what we could run into in a VO2 max test. We could have somebody at 15% oxygen, 5% CO2. So that's a known gas. So now we want to take this known sample of gas and calibrate our machines with it. So what we will do is we will hook this onto here, and so our gas can come through there. Now what we need to do is turn this cylinder on and get the air to flow through it. So the first thing you do is turn on the main cylinder. So I'll get one of you to open that up. So you know that it's opened when you get reading on the gauges. So this is telling me there's 700 psi of pressure still in this cylinder. So now it's going through there. This is regulating the pressure down, and now the air can come out here. So now you turn this valve to allow the air to flow out. So go ahead, Jason. You're probably a little lower than that. So now the air is flowing through. So now this would be on calibrate. I think it's there. So that would be on calibrate. Now you'd wait for these numbers to come down because we don't have the pumps on. It's not going to happen. Just make sure the O2 pump's on. So we might as well do it. So there's a bit of a time delay. The CO2 usually responds a little bit quicker. So now once they've stabilized, they're going to fluctuate a bit, then they're going to stabilize. So they've pretty much stabilized right now. I would give it another 20 seconds or so. So now what we want to do is the CO2 should be reading 5.08. So Jason, you can just turn the knob on the right now, the span knob, to 5.08. Turn it to the room.
It takes a gentle touch.
Yeah. It's like anything, the more you fiddle with it. So you want that to be at 5.08.
5.08.
And now what you want is zero the oxygen to 15.38. So you're going to drop that down just a bit.
Oh.
Yeah, good. That's fine if it toggles in between the two. So we're pretty much where we need to be. So now those are reading what a known sample of gas is. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this off. A good rule of thumb is to turn the main tank off first.
Righty-tighty.
Okay, and now it'll bleed itself out, and then at the very end, just close that off. Correct, yeah. So now we can take that off. So now we are ready to take our sample. You would take the CO2 and switch that over to sample, and it's good to go. And it'll take a while for it to clear out because there is CO2 and a lower level of oxygen. The pumps will have to draw that out before it's good to go. That's it.
Thank you very much.
So I will probably, just because of the time to do this, I will just ask you to go through the steps to be able to do that. In about 20 seconds, you should be able to go done. Okay.